Hey guys, here Martic. In this video I want to share with you guys my review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 after 3 weeks of usage. So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's talk about the pros or the things that I like the most of the Samsung Galaxy Note 4, which I have to start is with the screen. The screen this time around with the Galaxy Note 4, Samsung decided to keep the 5.7-inch screen, but this time around this is a Super AMOLED screen, which means that all the colors, every red and green and blue, are going to look a little bit more saturated than before. Also, the resolution of the screen is 2560 by 1440, which that is considered 2K. Everything that you see here in this phone is just gonna look gorgeous. I gotta tell you guys, especially with the great camera that this phone has, everything, all the best content, you're gonna actually get it from the camera, because the camera actually records at 1080p and 2560 by 1440, and it also records at 4K as well, which is way more higher resolution than the screen is. So obviously the best content that you're gonna get here for your screen to appreciate the most is gonna be coming from your camera. The other thing that I like about this phone is the way that it feels in your hand, thanks to the decision of Samsung this year around putting a metal surrounding, like you see here, a metal surrounding around your phone. So this time around the phone actually feels a lot more premium than it used to feel before. Even though the phone actually looks like the Galaxy Note 3, believe me guys, when you take this phone in your hand, it actually feels like a different phone because of the weight of the phone, the way that it feels very premium. You're actually touching metal, you're not touching plastic at all. Of course, it has a white coating over the metal, but yes, it's metal, believe me guys. And of course it has a very nice brushed metal right there. Very nice detail there, like you see there. And I gotta say, they did a very good job this time around, and it makes this phone feel a lot more premium. And of course, this is a premium phone, so it should feel like a premium phone. Of course, one of the greatest features of this phone is the camera. This is one of the best cameras that I've used on a phone so far. The rear-facing camera over here takes pictures at 16 megapixel, and I gotta say they look beautiful, very beautiful colors, very popping. And of course, it goes all the way down to 6 megapixel as well. In the video department, it takes videos all the way up to 3840 by 2160, which is 4K. It also takes 2560 by 1440, which is 2K, and it's the same resolution of the phone. And believe me, you guys, try that mode right there, and you're gonna see how beautiful the screen looks on the phone when you're taking images or videos at that resolution. It actually looks very beautiful on the phone. 1920 by 1080p, of course, 720 as well, and of course 640 by 480 as well. It also has HDR, which is an awesome feature. It has the on and the off function there. The great thing about this is that when you turn it on or you turn it off, you can actually see on the screen how the image is going to look before or after you take the picture. Another great thing here is that this time around, like you see here in the front facing camera, now you have a 3.7 megapixel camera, which is awesome. That's 2560 by 1440 resolution there, and it works very good. It takes great images as well. Over here as well, video quality 1920 by 1080p, amazing. And of course, you can also take 2560 by 1440 video quality from the front facing camera, which is awesome as well. And of course, the other feature that I love about this phone, you have to say the specs. Spec-wise, this phone is a beast. The processor that it has is a Snapdragon 805 quad-core, of course, which is clocked at 2.7 gigahertz. And it has the Adreno 420, which is the GPU, which is awesome. And it also has 3 gigabytes of RAM. All the managing, when you're managing this phone, sliding, opening the phone, opening your launcher, reading your news and all that, everything launches so freaking fast. It is so amazing how fast and how smooth this phone actually feels. And of course, this phone actually shines when you're playing video games as well. So it's a very great device to play video games at the high resolution as well, because some games you can actually alter or you can upgrade the resolution. And with this phone, I've been actually leaving the resolution up, cranked up, so I can appreciate a little bit more the screen as well and the power of the phone. I gotta say, and it runs like butter. It runs great. And of course, the other thing that I love about this phone is the battery life. I've been easily getting over 12 hours of battery life with normal usage. Like you see right here, I took a screenshot the other day. I went 18 hours and 34 minutes. And when I decided to plug it in, it was at 13%. During this day, I was listening to a lot of podcasts, doing a lot of Flipboard, you know, and browsing the internet and watching a couple YouTube videos while I was shopping. Of course, a couple days before or after, I think this was after, I went 14 hours and 14 minutes with 11% of battery life when I decided to plug in my phone. And I was playing the same thing as always, a couple games, you know, Flipboard, my podcasts as well, and that's it. But you know, one of the great features about the Galaxy Note 4 this time around is that it has the fast charging feature, which is the adaptive fast charging. Thanks to this plug right here, and thanks to the software in the phone, Samsung actually claims that you could get around 50% of battery life with just 30 minutes of being plugged into the power. Honestly, that is true. You can actually get that, and honestly, I've been experiencing a lot more faster than that. I've been getting 50% of battery life in less than 30 minutes. So that's one thing that I love about this phone is the battery life. One of my favorite features about the Galaxy Note 4 is the S Pen feature. Like you see here, when you take the S Pen out, you get this air command, which was available on the Galaxy Note 3, and I'm telling you guys, it's very freaking convenient. I use this feature a lot. The S Pen itself actually stayed basically looking the same. It has a little bit better groove from here to here. It has a better groove, so this thing is not gonna slip from your hand. It still has the little button right there, and I gotta say, this app or the air command with the S Pen, I use this feature a lot, especially thanks to my job, because a lot of times in my job, my daily job, I have to take notes right away. I gotta look for a pen and for a pencil or paper right away. So number one thing that I get out is my phone with my S Pen, which I already have it in my hand. So for me, it becomes a lot more convenient. So that's why I actually like this phone, because it's not just a big phone. It's a phone that's big, but it's big with a purpose, and the purpose is to be a little bit more productive. Now let's talk about the negative things about this phone. And to be honest, it was a hard time for me to find something negative to say about this phone. But I have to say something, right? I have to say something negative because the phones are not perfect. So I'm gonna give it to the design. You know, the design of this phone, a lot of people, and I heard complaints of people saying that the phone looks a lot like the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. And guess what? You're right, you're correct. It looks a lot like the Galaxy Note 3. If you're looking at it without touching it, it's gonna look a lot like the Galaxy Note 3. But when you take this phone in your hand, the difference is going to be very noticeable, especially because of the metal surrounding around the phone. The weight is going to feel a lot better than the Note 3, and the premium feel of the phone is going to feel a lot better than the Note 3. Even though the back is plastic leather or fake leather, it actually looks very nice. One of the only features that actually makes this phone look different, if you look it from the behind with the Galaxy Note 3, is this right here, which is the camera. You know, the way the camera looks over here. Over here has the heart rate monitor or the heart rate sensor right there, which actually works very good. I've been using it here and there, and it actually works very good. You place the finger there with the software for the heart rate monitor, and it just gets your reading, and that's it. And they also added a couple more features, which actually reads your stress level. Now it also reads the UV as well, the UV level of the sun and all that, which is very cool. Also, it has this time around, it has a fingerprint scanner, which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like you see here, I'm here swiping a couple times. And there, boom, now it turns on. That feature, another thing, I do not use that feature a lot because of that. You know, not every time that I slide my finger there, not every time it works, that you saw in the video. So that, for me, if I would have to mention a negative, is the design Honestly, I am being a nitpicker there. I'm nitpicking there by saying that, but you know, I have to mention that the design and of course the fingerprint works better than the Galaxy S5, but still I don't find myself wanting to use that. Okay guys, and that is it. Those are the pros and cons of the Galaxy Note 4 based on the experience that I've been having with it for the last 3 weeks. And I gotta say, you know, I love this phone. I love the Galaxy Note 4. I had the Galaxy Note 3 and I loved it. And, you know, I was very, very happy when I got the Galaxy Note 4. Of course, like I said before, the design feels almost the same as the Galaxy Note 3. But, you know, spec-wise, the screen looks gorgeous. The S Pen works a little bit better now. And the battery life is amazing and all that. The fast charging is great. You know, everything about this phone is just awesome. It just screams awesomeness. And, you know, when a lot of people ask me which is the best phone in your opinion, there is no other choice that comes into my mind but the Note devices. Note 3 or the Note 4. Because, you know, just by having the S Pen, this phone is not just a big phone. It's not a big phone because it wants a big phone. Honestly, it's a big phone because it wants to be more productive. That's what I feel when I have a Galaxy Note device. At work, when I need to take a bolo or something that I'm being sent through the radio, boom, I got my phone in my hand, I got my S Pen, I take notes and whatsoever. When I want to do videos about reviews and all that, like right here, you know, like for this video, you know, when I'm at work, I don't need to look for a pen or anything because I have the S Pen here on my phone, and my phone, thanks to the S Note app, I could become a lot more productive. Any other phone that's big, it's big because it wants to be big, and it wants to cram inside all the specs that it can to be the monster phone to try to beat the king, which is the Galaxy Note 4. Let me know in the comments what you think about my personal opinions of this phone. What do you think about this phone? Which big phone do you think is better than the Galaxy Note 4? And that's it. Thanks for watching the video, guys. We'll update my review maybe a month after now. I will update my review, so keep that in mind. Follow me in Instagram and Facebook and Google Plus or Twitter as well. Thanks for watching the video, guys. This was my review of the Galaxy Note 4. Should you buy it or not? Hell yes, you should buy it. It's awesome. Till next time, guys.